When you start to map the value stream, you begin to see where the waste really is in your process. Remember how our wait time or lead time was really long and the actual processing time was very short? Yeah, as a matter of fact, the flow efficiency was only 1.33%. Man, that seems pitiful. But we did find some Kaizens that could make it better. Is there anything else we can do? Of course. That brings up the next principle of Lean, creating flow. Flow is what the value stream map shows us, right? It shows us how material and information flows through our system right now. That's the current state. What we have to do is define what we want the future state to look like. That seems complicated. Not really. We look for the worst area in the value stream map, and we begin there. The first step is to look for how we can improve the flow. Look back at our value stream map. See the inventory waiting at each step? That is waste. It is blocking the flow. We've been talking about flow. What exactly do you mean by that? I guess it would be a good idea to define that. Flow simply represents how the product flows through the steps of a process. The goal is for a part to move continuously through each step. The 8 wastes you learned about earlier are roadblocks to our products as they follow the path through our process. By reducing or eliminating the wastes, our product and information will flow through our process smoothly. Think about orders at a restaurant. If a waiter takes 5 orders before going to the kitchen, this interrupts the flow of the orders. The first order has to wait longer before it is put in. Because all 5 orders arrived at the same time, there's a chance the sequence could be mixed up. It is possible the first order is cooked last, adding to the delay in the customer getting their food. The batches of orders can also create a backup at the grill station. This delays the entrees while the sides sit and get cold. Man, that doesn't sound like a restaurant I'd want to go to. Exactly. No one is happy. The customer is waiting, the food is cold when it arrives, the wait staff and the kitchen are all stressed out, and all because of bad flow. But there is hope. If the orders go to the kitchen as soon as they're taken, then they can be prepared in the correct sequence. Well, that would mean faster service for the first order, but wouldn't that make the second order wait longer to be taken? Yes. This would make more work for the waiter. He'd have to run back and forth to the kitchen all the time. Yes. How is this better? It might not be, but once we know how the flow is affected by interruptions, we can look for ways to improve it. How? The wait staff and the kitchen team can work together to find better ways to communicate when the orders are taken. Plus, you have to remember that the customer defines value. What kind of experience is the customer expecting? I get it. If the customer wants a fine dining experience, time might not be what they value. But they may just want a quick meal and be on their way. That can change how the order is taken. Like ordering at the counter at a fast food joint or a waiter taking your order at the table at one of them fancy places. Exactly. The key is to remember the importance of flow and to involve the people doing the work in creating a solution. So how do we create better flow? We start by focusing on the Kaizen opportunities we discovered when we were mapping our value stream. We can also start to work on one-piece flow and creating a pull system. What does one-piece flow look like? That is a key concept in Lean, but it's too big to get into right now. We can talk about that next time. Now that sounds like a plan. Thank you for watching this video. If you found it interesting, please click the like button. If you want to see more like this, please subscribe. It really helps out the channel.